Hi, hello everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for the invitation.
Welcome, Mr. Dennis.
It is like my colleague said, it is 4 o'clock in the morning here in North Carolina. But I am delighted to be with everybody. I'm humbled to be in the presence of so many wonderful people and minds, and I want to share my enthusiasm at participating in this wonderful event. I represent the World Hellenic Biomedical Association. I'm a working scientist. I'm a geneticist, passionate about rare disease. But today I will speak to you in my capacity as the president of WHBA for the last couple of years. We really are an umbrella organization and aspires to serve as a hub and an organizational point for a number of local and national Greek diaspora biomedical communities. I think my colleagues participating in this webinar are only too aware of the spread and the wealth in intellectual capital and talent that Greece has provided to the world, and we are a small part of that. Amongst our goals is really to support the dissemination of Hellenic biomedical diaspora worldwide, and participate, promote, and organize activities for and by the Global Hellenic and Bioscientific Network. Our vision is really to help cooperate students and teachers, practitioners in the fields of biosciences and health sciences. And we are, of course, particularly keen to bring together professionals of Hellenic heritage around the world with a core mission to teach and inspire the next generations. I would like to take a couple minutes to, we heard some wonderful words about the contribution of Hippocrates to the world. And of course, this is all true, and it needs to be said, it needs to be reminded at every opportunity. However, I would like to make two very small points. The first point is I would like to remind my friends who know and perhaps share some new information with us about another person named Herodicus of Selymbria. Selymbria was a town about 40 kilometers west of Constantinople, 40 Roman miles west of Constantinople. And the reason I'm mentioning Herodicus is for two reasons. The first one is he's actually considered the father of sports medicine, and he was the first to introduce the concept of therapeutic exercise and diet. In fact, he was reported to be suggesting to his pupils and to his patients to take walks from Athens to Megara, which is a distance of about 30 kilometers. The reason I'm mentioning Herodicus is not because of his numerous achievements, but because he was one of Hippocrates' tutors. And I just want to make the point that we all learn from those who came before us. And Hippocrates, for all his brilliance, did not just sprout out of the head of Zeus like Athena did. He actually received knowledge from somebody before him, and he passed it on to the next generation. The other thing that I would like to talk about is we all aware of the Hippocratic corpus. Of course, this is the Hippocratic collection, which is about 60 essays and medical works that are encapsulating the embody the teachings of Hippocrates. But the thing is, perhaps not everybody realizes that perhaps a plurality of these works were actually not written by him. They were his words, they were his teachings, but they were written by his students. So really, in this very small space, the point I guess I'm trying to make is that we have three generations of individuals, all of whom were necessary to propagate the knowledge. We had the teachers, we had the students, and then we had the students of the students. And this really brings me to the main point that I want to talk about a little bit, which is at the core mission of the WHBA. We consider, and I think we all agree, that the sacrosanct component of maintaining the Hippocratic tradition is the stewardship and the passage of knowledge from one generation to the next. In addition to treating patients and confronting illnesses, as well as pandemics, it remains our opportunity and responsibility to educate, to promote under meritocratic principles, and to ensure that the next generation continues to believe that it can improve on the achievement of the previous one and correct its errors. We're all fully aware of the geopolitical challenges that have caused major disruptions in the sciences and in medicine, both in Greece and worldwide. It is important that we stand tall, both in this forum, but also worldwide in individual capacities, to combat the impediments that young students face in entering the biosciences. It is clear that in many parts of the world, there's an erosion of the number of individuals who are choosing to pursue these pursuits. It is important that we continue to generate and improve the opportunity for training and career advancement, especially in parts of the world where such opportunities are scant and distributed unequally. It is critical, especially in places like Greece, to do the best that we can to maintain brain retention and to disseminate the local knowledge to support the scientific base across all regions. And last but not least, one of the things that the COVID-19 pandemic has brought to the fore in great focus is that the unprecedented cultural clash between information and disinformation in science and in medicine. And that is also coupled with the unprecedented need for science and medicine to guide the planet through its current challenges. I think we all have a role to play in this, and certainly the WHPA is excited and ready to do its small part. As many of you might know, with past support from the Stavros Niarchos Foundation, AHEPA, and numerous private benefactors, who have been able to organize a number of exchange programs for Greek students in medicine and biology to participate in extended training abroad, with the hope that at least some of those individuals will return to Greece and pass on the torch. And for the last 9 years, we have also been running a high-intensity training program school in medical and biomedical sciences research in Neo Ítυλο in Mani, which is a wonderful location, but also a wonderful component. As a consequence of these actions, we now have a budding network of at least 400, closing in on 500 young scientists and physicians who are all linked and tethered to an original activity. And we're ever so proud of those young people, and we hope to do so more. I will close here my remarks. And I would like to share a quote that is one of my favorites, but it's by a non-Greek. It's by Kurt Vonnegut, who in Cat's Cradles wrote, "Beware of the man who works hard to learn something, learns it, and finds himself no wiser than before." I think from a forum like this, we'll have the opportunity to do much better. Thank you very much for having me.
We so many thank President of World Hellenic Biomedical Association. Accept my excuses. I really thought you were from Athens. But okay, it's such an honor that we have you with us. Thank you for the excellent presentation.